With this video I'll talk about reaction searching with SciFinder. Right in front of you is the front page of SciFinder. To conduct a reaction search, on the left hand side just select reactions. Click on that, followed by the draw button in the search box. So click on that and a structure editor will appear. You have a choice of two structure editors. You have the CastDraw or the ChemDoodle. I'll pick the CastDraw. On the right hand side you'll see a selection of major atoms, bonds, stereochemistry and different ring systems that you can select and use to draw your molecules. On the left hand side you have more different functions used to work with your molecules. So let me draw the reactant and the product. Let's add an oxygen atom. Okay, now if I place my cursor over one of these icons, it gives you some idea of its functionality. So the first two here, these are used to select portions of the substance of a complete substance. This is the pencil, so it allows you to draw the bonds or incorporate the atoms. Then you have the eraser. This one here is the periodic table. So if I click on it, the periodic table appears. Select an atom and you can add it into your molecules. Then we have the shortcut. So if you click on that, you can select different groups to be added to your substances. Then you have a variable group, so click on that. So if you select one of these variable groups, for instance X as any halogen, that will instruct the database. Let me see if I can add this, one moment. Oh, I didn't want that. Let's go back. That will instruct the database to search for a halogen in this position. Okay, let me erase that. Okay, this group here is defined as R group. So if you click on it, you can select a selection of different atoms for the database to search. So I've selected these atoms as R group, R1 group. Then I can plug that in and the database will search for those atoms in that position in the substance. Okay, then this one here is the template. So if I click on it, these are different templates that you can use to help you draw your different substances. Positive, negative charge. This one here is repeating groups. This is the chain. Here is a variable attachment point. So you can attach a certain atom in different positions, sometimes in a cyclic position. This one here, this and this, those are usually used with reaction searching. This option here, the lock ring fusion or formation, that's used with substances to lock a ring fusion around a portion of your substance. So if I select this one and select this portion, this database will not search any cyclic substitution around this fragment or this fragment. Then the other one is the lock atoms. So if I select that, you're now locking the atoms here from further substitution. So when the database searches for this substance, it's going to retrieve substances but don't have any further substitutions at these positions. Okay, and now when I'm doing a reaction, I first draw my reactants and products. Then I use this arrow here, this is the draw reaction arrow, and put it between your reactants and products, and everything on the right hand side is classed as a product and on the left hand side as a reactant. With this option, add reaction role, click on that, select your substance, and there you can now change the role of your substance. Okay, let's cancel this. This tool here, mark bonds to be formed or broken. If you select this, then if you select a bond within your substance or molecule, this instructs the database that something needs to happen with this bond. It needs to break or react. I'm going to remove that. And finally, this tool here, this is called a mapping tool. So if I click on this, this maps atoms from product to reactant. So if I put it here as number 1, so what I'm instructing the database here is I am telling the database that this atom in this position in the reactant needs to remain in this position in the product. It's called a mapping search. Okay, so I've drawn my reaction. Click on OK. It plugs it into the database. Click on search, and now it's searching for that reaction in the database. Okay, on the left hand side you can see the matches. None of them, I have no hits as exactly drawn, but I have 28 reactions that have classified as a substructure. So the main fragment is within the actual reactants and the products of all reactions in the database. So that's 28. Similarity search, that's 11K. So similar reactants and products, there's many of them. Okay. Now in the center are the actual reactions, labeled as scheme 1, scheme 2, scheme 3, and so on. Each reaction has some summary about the reaction. Then you have a document, it could be a patent, it could be an article, that contains this reaction. If you click on a full text, you'll be able to access full text if we have it. If we don't have it, you can request it through Interlibrary Loan. On the left hand side, you can narrow your reaction set. There's 28 reactions, so you can narrow by yield, steps. And there's other parameters as well, things like, say, catalyst. So there's only one reaction with this catalyst, and so on. Or solvent. 2 reactions that contain benzene as a solvent. Okay. At the top here, you have an edit button. If you click on the edit button and click on edit drawing or the actual reaction, you can edit your reaction and restart the process again. Well, that's pretty much it for reaction searching. Thank you for listening.